Oh, you know what I wanted to say?
Huh?
Y'all tell Jimmy Butler I'm looking for his ass. I'm on his ass.
I tell you straight up, that was not on purpose, cuz
I'm on his ass.
Not a dirty player. Man. That wasn't on purpose. It's very unfortunate.
It could have happened to anybody else.
That unfortunate.
I'm on his ass though.
Look, y'all, that's how we starting the show today. What up, y'all? Welcome back to I Said It, the podcast for all things sports, the podcast for the fans and by the fans. I am your host, co-host with all the peoples in here today. I got Darius. I got the whole crew in here. What's up, y'all?
What up?
What up, dog? I'm Blair. Ain't no introduction needed. We talking about the motherfucking playoffs. Yes, I'm fucking up, but I don't give a good goddamn. Okay,
he gonna shoot a name out there, cuz I shoot.
Yeah, right. You gotta shoot the name.
You did? Like he said, Darius. He was like, "I'm done." Like, no, I'm Blair.
Ain't nobody like.
I'm about to go, Darius. Be honest. I was about to go down the line, but I'm like, fuck this. Everybody, they see the intro to this shit. Everybody knows who on the show. You got your name. You got everybody know who on this. But
I dig it, cuz.
We gonna get straight into it, man. Y'all know how we do it. We're going straight to the picks, but first,
congratulations, Georgia. That was an awesomely blown championship game. They blew them. We don't have to talk about it because it was not an interesting game.
It was not interesting.
It was not a good game.
Because it happened. It happened.
But you know what? Shout out to TCU because they made it that far. Good job.
Fact, they opened the doors. They showed, I will give TCU this. They showed that in the college football playoff, one of these other teams can compete, bruh, because you have to play the game. You still got to play the game. They ran into it. Hey. What you say, Sean?
Chris, when was the championship game?
Oh, the championship game happened 2 weeks ago. I don't know what y'all talking about. Championship game happened 2 weeks ago.
If that was the case, Michigan was.
Y'all know I'm bullshit
because they had already beat y'all already.
Ooh, fair facts, but yet and still.
But I told y'all Georgia was gonna do it. I told y'all this like 15 weeks ago, dog. It was just nothing going on, dog. Georgia, they the champs. Hey, them boys say they trying to three-peat.
That'll be tough.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll let y'all know how we feel about that.
If they beat Alabama, it's a possibility. But Alabama got like the #1 recruiting class this year, so woo.
They do. But it's still the usual suspects at the top.
Georgia's #3. They top 3.
Georgia
we'll see.
It's just believable for me because these boys replaced 15 starters and ran it back.
It's much harder for me because it's never been done.
Well, a lot of times
not since 1930s.
Yeah, it's never been done.
That was a different world, bro.
Harder to run it back.
Same world of
before.
Yeah. That was when it was like 7 football teams. It was like 100 universities. It was less universities at the time. Like it is a different time than it was back then. And three-time champs in any sport is difficult, bro. Like it's
because you get complacent
to 3.
You get complacent.
Not complacency, bro. It's
pretty damn good.
When you win that much, everybody starts like you're a target. Like you turn into an actual target, bro. I would say complacency happens in the pros. Like complacency in the pros happens, but this is college. They get turnover every 4 years. These dudes are fighting for their job every year. It's a little different in the pros when those dudes kind of same team, same this. It's just a different feel. College is a lot more urgency because these dudes are trying to do something different.
We'll see.
Than everybody else.
Now that they don't put this NIL money. We'll see.
We'll see, man. I think it still can become complacency because we won the national championship in 2014 and did not repeat because they got complacent. All them dudes came back and they got complacent. It is what it is. So
I just don't think they were good enough to win in 2015. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Do you know who was on that team?
Why do I care? Did they win?
I'm not gonna get off track. I'm not gonna get off track.
Did they win? Did they win the 2015 national championship?
I'm not gonna get off track.
Did they win it?
I know.
Hey, did Ohio State win the 2015 national championship? If you look at any NFL
game right now,
that's what I thought.
That was on the squad.
That is exactly what I thought.
I have nothing else to say to this guy because he has no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know them. Did they win?
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Did they win in 2015?
And I'm not talking about complacency. I'm talking about complacency, not about talent. I'm talking about complacency. And I'm about all the games.
So you should know what was the record in that year. What was the record?
They lost one game.
Who'd they lose to?
Listen, man.
They lost to Michigan State by a field goal.
Listen, man.
On the last play of the game.
Mm-hmm. What happened after that?
Complacency.
What we're saying is we don't want to hear excuses every time it comes to Ohio State.
Hey, bro, they lost one
game. What are you talking about?
Y'all be making...
What I'm saying is I made an analogy between the teams. All I'm saying is complacency can come into your program as a program when you're winning like that. Is that not a fact or not?
But
it's
y'all,
a fact.
It wasn't like y'all.
So
it wasn't like y'all
all I'm saying is
back. It wasn't like
what do you mean? I had Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Thomas. I had Joey Bosa on the defense.
But you lost.
I had a litter of NFL players on the squad. But what I'm saying is it was complacency. We lost one game and we didn't make it to the playoff. It is what it is. And they say, Michigan State found out what it really was when they went to that playoff, got blown out. But then again, I said, it is what it was.
Played a bad game.
All I'm saying, when I make an analogy, just because I know what an analogy is, and I made a correct one, and it was correct. Y'all guys got mad because I said Ohio State. All I'm saying, I'm using the analogy of an analogy.
It's just you could have picked anything.
It's an analogy.
It was a terrible analogy,
but that's the first one that came to my head. It's an analogy. Complacent. Yes, they were. I watched the whole season. They were complacent. They were playing against teams that was way better than and barely beating these dudes. I know what complacency is. It's complacency.
But hold on. Alabama just did that, and you ain't say Alabama was complacent?
Because they're not the freaking champions. Are they defending champions or no?
No, that don't mean they're not complacent.
Because Alabama
has been the standard. Alabama has been the standard.
Complacency, but I also knew that they didn't have no receivers that was big time either. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about when you have the talent returning and you're the champs and you're the defending champs, you can't get the complacent. That's all I'm saying. Period. Point.
If they would have been complacent, they would have lost more than one game. Y'all lost because y'all played a bad game against Michigan State.
They got complacent.
That don't make you complacent.
It was complacency. I know what it was. They was overconfident and complacent. It is what it is. Moving on.
You got it, Ryan Day.
Moving on. So, like I was saying, before we get to the actual games, we have to go over what we did last week. So last week,
is this the last? Like, is this the end of the season, or we do when the Super Bowl hits? Like,
no. We do done, it at the end of the season. Yeah, we do the end of the season, and then we go through the playoffs. So, because I think last year in the playoffs, Blair, you blew us out the water. If I'm remembering correctly.
Oh yeah, okay. Correct. I was trashing the rest.
That is correct. Yeah. You kind of blew us out the water. So. Last week, in last place, with 9 games picked correctly, we have Brianna. With 9 games picked correctly.
9 games picked correctly.
Next, with 10 games picked correctly, we had Sean. Then, with 11 games picked correctly, we had Blair and Darius.
There it is. That's it.
And with 13 games picked correctly, in first place, it is me. Was it enough for me to walk anybody down? Oh, no. Maybe not. I was trying. I tried. So, the final tallies for the regular season with 165 games was Blair. Next, with 167 games picked correctly throughout the season, is Brianna. Then, in third place, with 168 games picked correctly, is me. Then, with 170 games picked correctly, finishing second. Is Sean. So in first place with 171 games picked correctly, and this year's
one game
champion of Pinkin. He demands a recount.
Yeah, y'all was tied last week, bro. That one game was the difference.
Yes, and you know what game did it? I think it was the Carolina game. No, it's the Houston game. You picked the Colts, and I picked Texans. Houston. And so did I. The Colts cost you a tie, which sucks. That sucks. That sucks for you. But congratulations to Darius. He got the championship yet again.
Hey, yet again. No consistency, not complacency. You know what I'm saying? We out here. It was a good one. It was a good one this year though, y'all. Y'all was making some good picks. What? Why you mad at me, Sean? You picked. I didn't pick for you.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Matt Ryan.
Hey.
It was a close one this year.
Man, you had to do what you had to do, man. So we're gonna get into these NFL games. It is now the playoffs. The regular season is over. And the first games are going to take place on Saturday on the 14th. So the first game is going to be at 4:30 in the afternoon. It is going to be the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. Guys, if you're not aware, we're probably going to spend a little bit more time on these games. We only have about 6 games to pick. So they deserve it. They made the playoffs. We're kind of going to break it down a little bit for you as best we can. Since I did win the overalls from last week, I'll go first. What? I had 13 games picked correctly, bro.
Man, you gotta try to find a win somewhere, cuz.
We can go. Hey,
no, just
go first. He get a chance.
No, I was just messing with you,
man. First. I ain't got no problem.
I was just messing with you.
But I'm gonna definitely go, of course, San Francisco. I just think that Seattle was just. I think they were lucky enough to get into this playoff. 2, I just don't think they have the firepower to score on San Francisco's defense consistently, and it's in San Francisco, so you don't have the advantage of the crowd noise, which would make it a better game. Like, it would make it a more competitive game. I feel like San Francisco is not going to win easy because it is the playoffs. They are playing with a rookie quarterback. And he's going to have to figure out what the playoffs really mean, because they say it's a different speed at this time of year. So, I mean,
at the same for everybody who never been to the playoffs, bro. Like, I'm with it. I get it. I get the idea that, it's all new, but it's like, ain't that the same idea for anybody that ain't been to the playoffs? That it's all new to you and you got to figure it out. The only thing is, like, you just don't expect the rookie to do it because they're a rookie and they just don't have enough experience, I guess.
Correct. So, but I think they're going to be able to pull this out. They're going to pull this out because that defense is real. And I just think the defense is going to pull it out for them. I think they're going to end up winning the game 28-10. Who you got, Blair?
I'm gonna go San Fran. I mean, I don't think Seattle can do it with some of their woes, leading towards the later half of the season, some of the stuff they had going on. So I'm gonna go San Fran, bro. I just think San Fran is moving. They haven't changed their game plan to use Brock Purdy. Like, they haven't had to really change what they've been doing all season. They can still do what they've been doing. So I think long as they do what they do and they don't need him to carry the game, they're good. They don't seem to get in games where they need him to carry the game. They just need him not to mess it up. And he seems to do a decent enough job so far. Like, The moment hasn't seemed too big for him yet, so I got San Fran.
Darius?
So, biggest thing for me is shout out to Seattle because they did have a better season than we anticipated.
Especially Chris.
At the same time.
I've already said my apologies. I apologize. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. Dead wrong.
The Seahawks' best win is in a nail biter to the Chargers. They've lost close games to everyone. The Cowboys, the Bucks. First time they played the Rams, the 49ers. The 49ers beat them by 20. Second time it was closer, but they still lost. They haven't really beaten any upper echelon team at all.
It's hard for 3 in a row, though, they say.
It sounds good, but in a game like this, a divisional game, especially with what the 49ers got, Debo coming back and these other players coming back, it's just going to be too much for Seattle, I think. You know, it's just like you made it. If an upset happens, it'll truly be an upset. Yeah, I expect the 49ers to spank these dudes.
It's going to be an upset.
I expect them to spank these dudes thoroughly. 35-10.
35-10. Okay.
Yeah, they're not all going to be close. Some of these games going to be blowouts.
Sean?
San Fran. I don't got no score.
Brianna.
I'm going with the Niners.
The Niners. As we move on, the next game, which I think is going to be pretty competitive. It is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Interesting. This one is going to be tough. This one's tough for me, man. I don't know who's all playing in the game because I'm not. Is Mike? I don't think they know if Mike Williams is playing in this game yet. Correct?
About the back thing, no, they haven't.
Keenan Allen is playing. Austin Eckler.
Keenan Allen is balling, bro. He had a great last game. Austin Eckler, not so much, but Keenan Allen had a good game.
Yeah, and I thought Mike Evans
also been good for them.
He's just questionable right now. They don't have him down.
If he's questionable, he probably gonna play.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so looking at the wins that the Jacksonville Jaguars have had, they've beaten some teams. Hell, they've beaten the Chargers already. They beat the Chargers a few weeks on 9/25. So that was earlier in the season. And the Chargers were healthier at that point too, I believe. But
what week was it?
By then, though, like didn't.
I think it was like week 3.
Nah, they wasn't close to healthy.
I don't think
like
so,
week 3.
Wait a
minute, yeah, because they started off with the Chiefs. You're right. Because they started. That's the game right after they played the Chiefs, because they beat them pretty handily too. So, it's interesting, man. I'm not 100% in my take. But they did say that the Chargers star lineman is going to come back for this game. He did practice today. I'm really close to picking Jacksonville, but I'm gonna stick with the Chargers. I'm gonna stay with the Chargers. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go with the Chargers, man. I think the Chargers are gonna pull this one out. I think the Chargers pulls this one out. It's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, actually. I think this one's gonna be about 31-34, and I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Why you sound like you don't want to say Chargers, bro? I feel like
because I really do believe in Jacksonville, man. I do like the talent that they have, and regardless of how they felt about how Urban Meyer did, he brought them some talent with the draft, man. And whether you like that shit or not, so but yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just go with the Chargers. It's both the quarterback's first playoff game, so it is what it is. I'm gonna just go with the Chargers because I feel like they're the more talented team. I'm gonna roll with the Chargers. I feel like they're the more complete team. I'm gonna roll with the Chargers. Darius, what you rolling with, man?
I don't know, man. We got Sunshine versus the Hollywood kid from Cali. Man, a little torn. I saw a good bit of Jacksonville's games this year. Trevor Lawrence has gotten better. You know what I'm saying? I think Justin Herbert is a better quarterback for sure.
Right now,
Not even gonna lie. Now, I'm not saying that Trevor can't get there because he looked like he was trending on the way up. Justin Herbert came in like that. You know what I'm saying? As far as these teams, they both kind of, the Chargers playing these close games, man, and a lot of, they should have won. It was less of that this year because the coach took less gambles. I'm kind of torn too because I'm leaning towards Jacksonville because I don't know. Their offense seemed like it was more potent at times this year. But I know that had a lot to do with the Chargers have been inconsistent on the injury thing. I'm going to say big players make big plays, and the Chargers got more stars. So I think it's going to be a good game. I feel like Chris, too. Maybe, I don't know if they score that high. I'm going to go 28-24. LA. For the upset because Jacksonville is favored, just to let y'all know.
Blair? As the defending playoff picking champion.
I'ma say it is funky. I like the Chargers. I'm hoping dude don't go and do nothing crazy in the playoffs. It's funny, man, because while the Chargers have a nice record, the teams they beat haven't been like
shit. They're only 10-7.
Yeah, their 10 wins, bro, are like, if I told you team names, you'd be like,
I saw. I seen them.
It's a little questionable, bro. And Jacksonville, I guess catching your stride at the right time matters. I'll go with that. Like catching your stride at the right time matters.
Correct.
And we talking about rhythm. I'll go Chargers. I like Justin Herbert, man. I like Austin Eckler. I don't know if they're going to get it done because I don't know what Mike Williams is going to do. If he's going to play, without him, that's going to really hurt what they're doing. But I'll go Chargers. It's probably going to be Jacksonville, but I'll go Chargers.
Man, Bosa coming to play, man.
And that's
the crazy part is if you see the wins for Jacksonville, is the same question mark. Like
same thing.
Them dudes lost to Texas. They lost to the Texans,
but they probably got the biggest. They probably got the biggest win out of both of them because they beat the Cowboys.
They lost to the Texans earlier this year.
They did.
And then they smoked them the next time they play. But they also got smoked by the Lions. So,
but the Lions
are not a bad team. They're definitely not a bad team. So, yeah,
9-8. So
I'm cool with Chargers, I guess. I like the Herbs. We'll see what he's talking about.
All right. Sean, where you going to go with it, man?
The Chargers.
Brianna.
Is that easy?
Jacksonville.
I am going Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
I dig it because I want to go Jacksonville too. I just like Justin Herbert. I probably shouldn't, but I'm just going because I like Justin over Trevor.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good competitive game. I think I like them both. I think it's going to be a really good competitive game. Moving on to Sunday. The first game is at 1:00. This is the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. Crazy. For those out there, Tua is trying to play. He is talking to every doctor he can to be able to get on the field.
Dude, I swear to God, if I was a doctor, I'm telling Tua, bro, I'm not co-signing for you for this year. I'm not putting my name on the line for you this year, bro. It's not happening.
Football.
Right?
But you gotta do it, Tua. You gotta do it, man. It's for the best of yourself. Your health is first, bro. I don't care. Look, made it to the playoffs. If you could come back healthy and all of that stuff, hey, all them dudes, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, they still gonna be there. But right now,
you got to be concussions and
selfish and think about self. You have to, bro. You have to, bro. Before it's too late. They already done fucked you over one time, man. Real talk.
Yourself this time. You should just, bro. I don't get why you self-report if you're gonna try to fight to get back. What's the point? You see what I'm saying?
It's the pressure, man. It's the pressure. Somebody is telling him the same thing that we're saying, and somebody else is telling him, bruh, we need you, bruh. Bro, we back in the playoffs, man. Come on, we got Tyreek Hill, man. We got Jalen Waddle. We could beat.
I don't even think they're saying that. That literally could be Tua wanting to be there for the team because football guys are like that. Man, my thing is, if you self-reported a concussion, bro, that means you knew something wasn't right. Nobody saw it. You didn't do anything that anybody would have picked up on. You knew something wasn't right, and you went in the next day and told. So
when was the last game he played?
I want to get out.
When was the last game he played? Was that 2 weeks ago or
3 weeks ago, bro? It's like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So he hasn't played in 2 weeks, I believe. Because the game that he didn't play was like the Jets game or something like that.
Some game, bro. I'll look it up.
He didn't play the Jets. That was this past week.
Yeah, that was the Jets game, and he didn't play a week
Jets
before that.
Pats. He didn't play against the Pats either. He must have played the Packer game.
Right. He played that Packer game, yeah. Listen, how Miami Dolphins have looked, and it's in Buffalo, how Miami have looked over the past few games, man. Their offense is sputtering because they down to their third string quarterback. Teddy Two Gloves hurt his finger. So I have no confidence in picking them, man. I gotta go with Buffalo because it's in Buffalo.
There's also no reason Tua should play.
Yeah, there's really no reason he should be out there at this point.
He should not, and nobody should care that they lose because he can't play, bro. Like straight up. Like
there shouldn't be any stories or articles or people that like you should have gutted that out. Like, nah, bro. Nah.
Not with your concussion, bro. Not with your head.
Troy quit.
Not with your head.
Like Troy quit for the same reason, bro. He had championships and was not old. He was like, I can't keep doing this, man.
So I'm going with the Bills, man. I got to go with the Bills. I do think it's going to be relatively close in the first half. Second half, I think the Bills pull away a little bit. I think they win by. I'll say they win by 13. So I'll say
if Tua don't play, it ain't gonna be close.
31-6.
I'll say it's gonna be like 33. Nah, I can't even say that. I'm gonna say like 23-10 or something.
And the boy about to go crazy on.
Probably gonna be like 35, bro. They gonna put
on the Dolphins, bro.
If they
looks like you two are going with the beef.
Like if they can't move the ball at all, that's what's gonna make the points go crazy. They don't run the ball.
I saw the Jets game. I saw them play against the Jets. This jump was atrocious. Both of these teams deserve to lose. Miami just won.
Exactly.
Facts. Sean, where you going with it, man?
I've been said my pick, the Bills. I don't know why we drawing this out.
They're in the playoffs, man. They're in the playoffs, man. Everybody deserves some talking about, man. They're in the playoffs. Brianna, you going with the
like you say?
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills.
Yeah.
Man, fall that out.
I thought he was gonna group pick and skip it.
Yeah,
Moving on. Nah, man, I can't do that, man. I can't do that to these guys, man. Next game.
Draw the Bengals game.
Next game.
Out, boy.
We have the New York Giants at the Minnesota Vikings. To be honest with y'all, a lot of people, the hot pick is the Giants here, man. Everybody picking on the Giants to beat the Minnesota Vikings. But not me. I think this game is not in prime time. It's still 4:30. That's not prime time. So I'm going to go with Minnesota here, man. I think Minnesota's going to be able to peel this off. And I think they're the better team. And they're at home. So I'm going to go with Minnesota.
Let me ask a question. Wouldn't we consider any playoff game that the Minnesota Vikings in to be a primetime game? Like, wouldn't you consider that to be like a clutch kind of a game?
No.
You wouldn't?
Not
You
necessarily.
wouldn't consider any
They usually don't lose in the first round. They usually lose. They usually at least make it to the divisional round.
And I just think they're a better football team than the Giants. I think they're going to lean more. Hopefully, they lean more on Mr. Cook and see what he can do. But I like the Vikings in this game. I know everybody is on the Giants for this one, but I like the Giants. I don't like the Giants here. I like the Vikings here. Darius, who you got, bro?
Just to give y'all some context. I feel you on the lean on Dalvin Cook thing. You know what I'm saying? Sneakily this year, he had about almost 1,200 yards rushing. Still.
He's still a bad boy.
Still a bad boy. The Giants have 2 starting corners hurt. That means Justin Jefferson is probably going to go for like 500 yards, bro. Like, crazy. I don't think Saquon Barkley is enough. I do think this game is going to be very competitive.
Yes.
For the most part.
Yes.
But I think the Vikings also go on to the next round, and y'all cousin is going to have another crack at it in a week.
Blair?
Minnesota? I can't pick the Giants.
What?
Was I supposed to pick the Giants? Like, I don't see what makes the Giants such a
Danny Dimes.
Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley.
Saquon, man. Saquon
1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, bro.
And did not play the last game.
That sounds good, I guess, but
I was just giving you some stats. That's all.
Giving you the facts, man.
No. I don't see it, bro. Like, I think a lot of things have to come together for the Giants to win that game, and I don't know if they're ready for it yet.
Telling you, the 2 hurt corners did it for me, bro. It's over with.
Facts. Sean?
Okay. Triple team.
Minnesota.
Brianna.
I am going Minnesota.
So nobody was rolling with the Giants. That's okay. That's okay. It's a bit surprising. I thought somebody was gonna stick out there. Darius gave you that context. Everybody was like, ain't gonna be able to do it.
It didn't even have nothing to do with that to me. Like, I just wasn't feeling Giants like that, bro. Like, I haven't seen enough of the Giants to think that they're about to go into the playoffs and upset the number 2 seed. It just doesn't. I just don't have that feel yet, bro. Like, I would have to see that more, and I ain't seen it.
All right. Moving on. The next game we have in prime time. It is the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Is this a group pick?
Hell no. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here, she said. Fuck out of here.
Kind of torn.
Is this a group pick?
So Yeah, of course, I know who me and Sean is picking. I mean, we ain't got to do this. We ain't got to do this. But I want to ask the question after we finish, picking our teams. I already know who Brianna is picking. You see what she got on. She is ride or die.
She got something to talk about, cuz. Let her go right now.
Okay, well do your thing then.
Is this thing on? First of all, y'all talking about this is a group pick. Of course not. Last Sunday, my niggas played with a third string quarterback, no Mark Andrews, no JK, and y'all still let us stay in the game. My nigga threw 15. No, my nigga threw 15 interceptions. Not really 15, but it was close. And y'all still let us stay in the game. So, all our niggas coming back. We sent them out to get healthy for this playoff. If Lamar practice tomorrow and Lamar come back, this ain't no group pick. It's over for y'all niggas.
So you think y'all win if Lamar plays?
No, I think we could win with Snoop, with our second string quarterback. We could win with Snoop. It's the fact that
with Snoop.
We could. It's the y'all let us stay in the game.
You know it all.
Y'all let us stay in the game. Last week, he threw 16 interceptions. We didn't have none of our core niggas. And we was with our third string quarterback. So imagine if we have our core niggas, our motherfucking second string quarterback. It's over for y'all niggas. Now, if we have Lamar, it's a definite win, my nigga. We in there like swimwears.
Big backstroke on y'all niggas, dog.
So that's it. That's all. Thank you.
So to follow up that nice little monologue there, it is some credit to what Brianna is saying, because last time they was healthy, they beat y'all.
I'm saying.
Right. And I don't know, it's tough for me, man, because when the Ravens,
albeit it was 19-17, but you right.
It was, but guess what?
And it was in Baltimore.
Healthy, those games look like that, though.
Listen. The games that they win look like that because they hang their hat on defense, and they defense usually give up about 15, 16 points a game. I want to pick them so bad, bro. Like, I really want to pick Baltimore so bad. But Cincinnati needs to win this game. Like,
you think they need it more than Baltimore?
Yes.
Why?
Because Joe Burrow done put the target on his back, talking shit.
Oh, because he said every year is a chance to win with him.
Yes. And this is where Cincinnati got to set, like, if they're going to be here for years to come, this is where it happens. Got to set the standard. This is a game that I feel like their offense should allow them to win. But this year they've been kind of inconsistent at times. So with it being a division game, that's why I'm like kind of shaky on it. But I got 24-23 Cincinnati.
Blair.
That's tough. They split this year, so it's not like anybody's coming off something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's just the way Baltimore looks currently. I can't assume Lamar's gonna play, so I gotta pick Cincinnati. It's unfortunate, but I gotta pick Cincinnati. I have no idea what the score is gonna be. It shouldn't be a blowout, even if they have a terrible game. Should be a good game, but I gotta pick Cincy, unfortunately.
Unfortunately for him, he says. Sean, you got anything to say?
Unfortunate because it feels like not a fair. It's not a fair game because Lamar's probably not going to play, or you won't be 100%.
Well,
it's just unfortunate.
Actually, that's where I was going to go. If you are Lamar Jackson, do you play in this game?
Yeah.
If you sat out for 5 games.
If you feel like you can play your regular self, yeah.
If from reports, Adam Schefter said he was still, as of all the way up to last week, he was still dealing with swelling up in his knee. So he didn't practice. What is this Tuesday? Didn't practice
tomorrow.
Yesterday.
We won't know anything till tomorrow, bro.
We won't know anything till tomorrow.
If he's healthy enough, he has no reason not to play.
They don't want to pay this man, and if I'm not 100% or close to it, I don't blame him for trying to get his money, bro.
I don't blame him for sitting out so they don't use a bad performance.
And they will if he gets it. They will use that against him if he goes out there and he's not 100%.
But these boys wouldn't be in the playoffs if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson.
That doesn't have
that don't matter
how money works. Like what the players feel and what the owner, because obviously they don't feel the same because they ain't paid him yet. So they don't feel the same way about Lamar that everybody else feels. So it's, to me, it's not even what the team thinks versus it's what the people with the money think, bro. They don't want to pay him. I really do believe they colluded to like make sure nobody gets a deal like Deshaun Watson again, because nobody did. They haven't given that deal to anybody else, man.
Lamar gonna ball out, win 2 games in the playoffs, and then go to Atlanta.
So you picking them to win this game?
Mm-hmm.
Then your whole sentence was just a lie then, bro.
I picked a score of 24-23. I definitely feel like they could win this game if Lamar is playing.
If Lamar plays, okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, now
I got 24-23. Because like I said,
go to Atlanta.
Like I said, what I believe is this game is more important for the Cincinnati Bengals to win. Because regardless of that window Joe Burrow think he got, he ain't gonna be in the land of receivers forever. Because just like Lamar want to get paid, everybody else want to get paid too.
He's right. He's right. But if I'm Lamar and I'm not 100%, they're gonna try to use this. They're gonna say, "Oh, I'm 4-1. I'm 1-4 in playoff appearances. You've been hurt the last 2 years. You done missed 5+ games or whatever, 5 games for the past 2 years." That's what they're gonna come to him when he come to the negotiation table. Like, "Hey, I'm an MVP. Buddy ain't an MVP. Can I get my money?" And they're gonna be like, "Nah, we're gonna franchise tag you." That we already know that this is how it's gonna go. So if I'm him, honestly, I won't blame him one bit. Like, nah, bro, I'm still hurt. I'm still not 100%. I still got swelling in my knee. Y'all want me to drain this bad boy to come out here and play? And then because part of his game is running. So y'all want me to come out here, say something else happened to me while I'm out here, especially after, like I said, after watching Buddy on Cincinnati's field a couple weeks ago, after seeing that, y'all want me to play and I ain't got my money. Hell no, I'm not coming out here, bro. Nope, no way. Ain't no way you making me come out here and risking everything, and y'all don't want to give me my money. Y'all don't want to pay me what I'm really worth. Nah, bro. I don't blame him one bit. If it's me,
owners are pissed at Cleveland.
Yeah, that's true. But yet and still, y'all gotta pay this man. Y'all gotta offer this man something comparable.
They probably did offer him something.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't in the north for $230 guaranteed though.
I see this as a franchise tag, and they probably gonna franchise him for the next 2 years, and then they're gonna try to work it out. Then they're just gonna push it down until they can't franchise him no more.
The only thing is if he don't sign that franchise tag, they're gonna have to do something with him.
Yep.
Like if he refused to do the franchise, they're gonna have to do something.
You know why? Because somebody is going to pay him.
Mm-hmm. And think about all these teams that need QBs: the Raiders, the Jets, the Texans. Bruh, like we got the money.
Dude, nobody wants to go to the Texans. Don't even name the Texans.
I'm talking about the people who will pay him, man.
Quarterback, bro. They need an entire team. What actually good football player?
I'm not talking from his perspective. I'm talking from their perspective. Like what they're going to be willing to offer,
bro. They suck.
But what are they willing to offer a dude like Lamar Jackson on an open market is what I'm talking about.
Man, if I just saw Deshaun Watson leave there, I ain't going there, bro.
I'm not talking about from Lamar's perspective. I'm talking about from who gonna pay me the most money.
It won't be them.
I don't know that. They're gonna be at the table. If he out there free agency,
no, they
whoever
won't.
Need a QB.
They not going. They wouldn't even try that, bro. They don't have a team.
It doesn't matter. But if you mean to tell me if somebody had a chance to get Lamar Jackson and not gonna go after him?
What we're saying is we're looking at unrealistic expectations.
You can take a run at anybody, bro, but that doesn't even seem legitimate to say out loud that Houston's going to take a run at Lamar.
Okay. I mean, y'all could be right. I'm just saying. They need a QB. He a QB. He's a star. He's a franchise quarterback QB.
I agree. We get a good 7 more years out of Lamar.
I told you going to Atlanta.
We'll see, man. We'll see. But, of course, I'm going Cincinnati in this game. Sean's going Cincinnati in this game. I need not say nothing else. Props to Rihanna for still rolling with her boys.
I should get props for that, bro. You knew she.
I know, like
that.
We're not you. Not you.
That's gonna look
what you mean? But not me. Ain't the biggest watching?
I agree, Darius. Really bad
because I'm not bloviating this week.
Cuz
I could.
Because even if my team hurt, injured, and I'm still rolling with them. I'm not you.
Well, hey, I like to win. Okay, so it is what it is.
You still don't do that. So,
and I definitely do. Did I beat your ass last week? Okay, then. Moving on.
Barely. That's something you should brag about.
Barely. How's it barely? Did I beat you more than
brag about that?
Was it more than a touchdown?
Y'all should have beat our ass.
Was it more than a touchdown?
You should have beat our ass and you didn't.
Was it more than a touchdown?
You should have whooped our ass. That game should have been. Let's be real. That game should have been like a Georgia TCU. That score should have been like a Georgia TCU.
Y'all lost and
guess
you lost
what?
convincingly.
It wasn't.
Y'all lost.
It wasn't.
Y'all lost.
It like Georgia TCU and it wasn't. That's how I know y'all niggas some trash, boy.
You took
y'all should have beat the fuck out of us and you didn't.
You took
ass and you didn't.
Hold the L.
I really hope
y'all win this.
L, but we ain't get our ass beat.
Hold it.
Let's follow Chris on their road to try to win their first Super Bowl, guys.
Fuck Chris.
Hopefully we get it. Moving on.
Probably won't. More than likely.
I know it's cold outside that door. It's fun in this club.
Moving on. The next game, it's actually the primetime game. It is on Monday night. It is the Dallas Cowboys at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Did they do this last year? Put a game on Monday night? I don't remember. I almost feel like that's a little bit unfair. Like, didn't they have a short week for the next if they win the game for the next week? That's crazy.
But no Monday night game last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel you there. I'm talking about like whoever the winner is, then they possibly gonna have to play on Sunday the next week, so that they have a shorter week. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody else got one.
I don't know. I have to see how the schedule will look.
Yeah. To me, that just seems a little bit unfair. But who do I have in this game? This one is
Is what?
It's interesting.
No, it's not.
I know where you're going. Let me think about this here. Dallas is not playing particularly good.
Don't say your
I picked Washington last week, and they won. They beat Dallas. They're coming off a loss. Dallas. I mean, Tampa Bay is. To be honest with you, man, I don't know. I don't know how much I trust Dallas and they coaching in this game.
Mike McCarthy hasn't been bad this year, though. Not like I'm talking about Mike McCarthy standards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, okay.
Not been bad this year. As far as making bonehead decisions and stuff. Everybody make questionable choices every now and then.
This is true. But see, the Bucks don't be playing that great either. They haven't been.
They played great. Never. None this year.
But Dallas is really limping into the playoffs, and they're going to Tampa. The game is in Tampa. Fuck it, man. This is my first upset. I'm going Tampa Bay.
This nigga dirty.
I'm going Tampa Bay because I think the pressure gets to Dallas. They're going to press a little bit. I believe in Tampa's defense, and they pull off the victory, man. I think they pull off the victory. I like Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay in this win, 28-24, Tampa. Blood, what you thinking, man?
Tampa. You know I wasn't picking the Cowboys, bro. I pick Brady every single time because when it comes to the playoffs, we're going Brady all day. It's just one game. It's just one playoff game, and we're going to see what happens. I don't know what Dallas is. I know what Tom Brady is. We'll see.
All right. Darius, we know you rolling Dallas. Why you rolling Dallas, man?
Look here, man. You don't know what Dallas is? You know what Tampa Bay ain't? A good damn football team. I ain't about to put no faith in these dudes now. Look, I understand they got Tom Brady. All of that is good and dandy. These niggas done had Tom Brady all 17 games.
Right.
But he has been doo-doo.
No, he hasn't, but okay.
Yes, he has, but
oh, by Tom Brady standards, not by NFL standards. I got you.
No, by NFL standards.
He has not been bad, bro. He just broke the record for completions in the season. Don't do it. That is not a bad quarterback. Don't do it.
Mediocre.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hold on. Ben Roethlisberger got a lot of completions in his last season. You just throwing the ball short.
Tom Brady got 4,600 yards, 4,694. Is that a bad season for a quarterback?
Yes.
Oh, really? Let's look that up for stats for the
stats ain't everything.
That's for the NFL. Let's look it up.
Stats ain't everything.
Tom Brady is third in passing in the NFL, bro. What is that? You're confusing winning. You're confusing winning with bad play. That's not the same thing, bro. It's not the same. He's not playing badly. The rest of them aren't playing great.
Yes, he is, bro. I done watched a lot of Bucs games this year, bro. I done watched Tom Brady make a lot of terrible decisions this year. Terrible.
For Tom Brady standards, right? Not for NFL standards.
Quarterback standards. For quarterback standards. I don't give a damn because his name Tom Brady. Could have been Tom Brady.
Only talking about the numbers, brother.
I ain't worried about the numbers because I watched the game.
Okay.
I done seen a lot of empty calories. A lot of dudes have empty calories every year.
Okay. They don't seem pretty empty. They lost. Scoring and moving the ball ain't the same thing, bro. They couldn't score.
Hold on.
Running game.
Hold on. If Moses got to the promised land and died before he crossed the threshold,
Lord,
who gives a shit?
You know what? You can't say if Moses got to the promised land and then died before he crossed the threshold, because then that sentence starts with Moses got to the promised land, dude. He didn't get there. You can't use a promised land if he didn't make it. That's the point.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You didn't make it. Empty calories, bro. And some of these and some of this stuff is from Tom Brady. It's from Tom Brady, bro. He a big part of the reason that they got the record they got.
The exact same thing I just said, bro. If Tom Brady was super terrible, his numbers wouldn't look like that. You could say they're empty calories or whatever you want to call them. He didn't do it in a blowout. Like, they weren't getting blown out when Tom Brady got these numbers and they just left him in to get numbers. That's not how it worked, bro. They just couldn't score points. They literally couldn't score.
That does not discredit the fact that does not discredit the fact that a lot of major mistakes were made by Tom Brady.
The same thing I'm gonna say, bro. You make it seem as if Tom Brady was the sole reason they did not win the games that they did.
I did not say that. I said he is a big reason. I didn't say it was only because of Tom
That's
Brady.
My point. He is making bad decisions by Tom Brady standards, bro.
No, he's making bad decisions by a quarterback standard. I'm not going to just hold his nuts because he's Tom Brady.
My question is this. So stats don't mean anything to you? Let's start with a stat question.
No, I said stats aren't everything.
Do bad quarterbacks get good stats? I don't understand. I'm confused.
Well, from what I understood, when Dak was doing the same thing, we wasn't holding his nuts like you holding Tom Brady on.
I don't know what you're talking about when Dak was doing the same thing, bro.
Dak just did the same thing the year before.
Have you heard me crush Zach, bro? I didn't crush Dak for anything. What are you talking about? You saying I said Dak was trash because he didn't have good numbers.
I'm treating them the same. A part of the reason that the Bucs are bad is because Tom Brady's making bad decisions by a quarterback standard, not by Tom Brady standard. By quarterback standard. If anybody else would have went back there and made them same decisions, I would have been calling them terrible also.
What's bad decisions, bro?
I watched the games, bro.
Like I said, you're talking about like Tom Brady is different. So you're saying Tom Brady is making bad plays for Tom Brady?
No, I'm saying he's making bad plays as a football player. I'm not putting him high up there like how he was because he's just not that dude no more.
Okay.
You got 17 games worth of proof.
And I'm confused, bro. Other than touchdowns, what are we talking about? They didn't win because they couldn't score. What are we talking about? I don't understand how you saying everything he did all season was terrible. He has top numbers in all passing categories. How was he a bad QB other than by Tom Brady's standards?
I'm trying to understand.
He's in the top 10, Chris. You shaking your head like he's not in the top 10.
Hold on.
Because if you look at his passer, go ahead.
You're going to say his passer rating? You're going to say his QBR?
Yeah. No, his passer rating is not in the top 10 at all. It's a 90. It's actually the worst out of all the quarterbacks that threw for 4,000 yards.
Is 52.6.
His completion percentage.
You don't want to look at that.
I gotta look at that. Hold on, let me see something.
Chris, his completion percentage.
But yeah, he's 30 yards.
He threw for 6.8 for completion percentage, bro.
He threw 25 touchdowns and 9 interceptions.
They couldn't score.
Get him,
what are we? You're making it seem as if like none of the stuff he did.
But you can't then say
like I said. I'm not saying.
But you can't say he ain't got receivers that can't score.
He had a bad
Tom Brady year.
He had a bad year. Period.
So you telling me if any other quarterback had the numbers that Tom Brady had this year, they had a bad year?
No, what I'm telling you is numbers don't tell you everything. I watched the games. That's what I'm telling you. I watched
them too, bro. You act like you're the only one that watched the games.
Tom Brady did not play good.
He didn't play good for Tom Brady's standards,
He didn't play good, period, bro.
I'm not saying he was number. Now you're talking about stuff that you can't measure. This is stuff we don't measure. Is this stuff we can't measure?
I'm not saying
the eye test you're talking about, right?
No. I'm talking about tape. I'm talking about actual tape.
So that's your eye. That is the eye test. That is what the eye test is.
I'm looking at exactly what happened. I'm not looking at a projection. I'm not looking at anything else except exactly what happened. A play-by-play synopsis. That's what I'm looking at. The man did not play good this year.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers had a great year this year too?
No.
Blair?
I think Aaron Rodgers did have a great year this year.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers had pretty much the same year that Tom Brady had. Tom Brady just threw for more. Bro. No, I'm telling you. Tom Brady just threw for more yards, but as far as like touchdowns, completion percentage.
So again, he had a bad
passer rating. It's pretty much the same.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers also played terrible this year, bro.
Bad year, bro. I said by their standards. I don't understand.
No, it was by a quarterback standard, period. Them boys did not play good this year.
I'm confused, but all right. I'll just stay confused.
It's okay, because Kirk Cousins give you good numbers every year. Yeah, but you won't put him up there. You won't say he had a great
Kirk Cousins hasn't won anything, bro.
Exactly.
What are we talking about? He won. You have a track record of winning. What are you talking about, bro? I don't get it. If Kirk Cousins won a Super Bowl and he gave you them numbers, you would not be like Kirk Cousins' butt cheeks. I don't understand, man.
He could have still had a bad year.
Every year? Every year in every game after 8 o'clock. Come on, man. That ain't the same thing.
I said Tom Brady had a bad year this year.
Every game after 8 o'clock.
Tom Brady had a bad year.
Kirk Cousins is in the same category. That don't make sense.
Tom Brady had a bad year this year.
By Tom Brady standard. I said that.
By football standards.
I don't believe. Yeah, the Tom Brady standards.
Because Chris just brought up a great example about Aaron Rodgers. And you gonna see here
Aaron Rodgers did not. He's not in the top 10. If you'd have told me Aaron Rodgers is in the top 10 as a quarterback, I'm cool with that.
He just said they had similar stats just besides yards.
It ain't just yards, bruh. My goodness, I don't understand. Everybody praises Geno Smith for his completion percentage and how fantastic he was this year. The dude, Tom Brady, is for completion percentage. Tom Brady is number 9.
But he only got 25 touchdowns to Geno's 30.
I just said they couldn't score.
But he got top receivers. I'm not understanding.
They weren't even playing all season, bro. Them dudes was hurt.
The man had a bad year.
I agree. I didn't say he didn't have a bad year by Tom Brady standards.
I'm not saying that he was bottom of the league. This man had a bad year.
I am not against you when I said he had a bad year by Tom Brady standards.
He had a bad year by quarterback standards.
I don't believe in by quarterback standards. I believe by Tom Brady standards.
When Patrick Mahomes went from 50 touchdowns to 35 touchdowns, he had a bad year by Patrick Mahomes standards.
That's what we. Yep.
Tom Brady had a bad year, period.
People would take what time gives them, bro. Anybody would take that.
Nobody would have took that this year.
Everybody would have took it this year, bro. All right. Tom Brady had a bad year by Tom Brady standards.
I mean, Tom Brady threw for a lot of yards, man. He threw for a lot of yards.
He had a nice finish. He completed a lot of passes. They just couldn't score. He threw 9 interceptions and 25 touchdowns. They just couldn't score. They have a terrible red zone offense. I don't know that ain't all Tom, bro.
I didn't say it was all Tom. I said Tom played terrible quarterback this year, and he did.
I said I agree. I totally agree with you by Tom Brady standards. I'm gonna say that every
time. With the last part.
With the last part. But that's cool.
By the way,
I'm cool with splitting the difference on that one. Like, I'm fine with it. I am totally fine.
I'm telling you. Hey, the proof is in the tape. The proof is in the tape. Like I said, empty calories, bro. Empty calories.
Scoring is hard in the NFL, man. I don't know what you want me to say.
I guess. Sean, who you going with in this one, man?
From behind.
I forgot who playing.
They wasn't behind all the time.
Tampa Bay versus Dallas.
I definitely saw more Tampa games than you did.
I'm going to say
they were terrible.
Cowboys.
Ooh, the Cowboys. Brianna.
I want the Bucks.
No way, you didn't pick the boys? I thought the boys were coming out of your mouth.
Wow. Okay.
That's cool, cuz I'm gonna take it all by myself as they go to this championship game.
Hey. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. That's gonna be that's it for this week. Didn't y'all have anything else y'all wanted to hit before we get up off of here and say bye to the fam?
Question. Hall of Fame or not? Tracy McGrady.
Yeah. I thought he was already in.
Do you agree with it?
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't know what gets you into the Hall of Fame as a basketball player. I don't really know the criteria for. I don't.
I'm thinking about.
Some dudes get in, and I'm like, how did he get into the Hall?
Hold on. Just see where I'm going. So I'm thinking about people with similar stats like Tracy McGrady. So Tracy McGrady is in. Is DeMar DeRozan gonna get in?
Yep.
Ooh, I think he is. I think people need to give him more respect as a basketball player.
DeRozan deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I think he gets in.
What has he accomplished?
I don't know what the criteria for going to the Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm saying. I would Blair.
I don't. Because some of the dudes that's saying,
why,
I don't know why.
This is your personal. Do you think DeMar DeRozan deserves to get in?
DeMar DeRozan hasn't done anything that I've seen that makes me think he deserves to get into a Hall. But like, I didn't watch a lot of. I just know DeMar shoots
Chris,
too. I
know. I see you saying, yeah, you like DeMar DeRozan. You think he should get in. You are big on somebody being considered the best at their position. Have you ever considered DeMar DeRozan the best at his position?
No.
Last year I thought he was not. Ooh, was he the best two guard at last year?
Here's the thing: it ain't a lot.
No,
it's a lot of two guards, bro.
He's better than Devin Booker.
Last year?
Yeah.
Last year he was balling, y'all. Y'all can't hold that man. He was balling his ass off, bro.
Was he better than
he might have been the best two guard last year. He might
I honestly feel like the Hall is kind of like, did people know who you were in basketball? Because people knew who T-Mac was. Like DeMar DeRozan, you know him, but he's not like a super big star. T-Mac was really big for a few years. He was good, and he was really big for a few years. Like they say he was one of the better dudes in the league. It's the same way they say about DeMar DeRozan. You just don't they don't push DeMar DeRozan like that. So again, I don't know the criteria to get into the Hall. I don't know what they could.
Obviously, it's gonna be how many All-Star games you got, how many, you know what I'm saying, those type of things. What did you accomplish in your career?
Like a crazy amount of All-Star games or all NBA.
That's why we have these things called Google. So Google lets you know
T-Mac was a scoring champion.
He was a scoring champion. DeMar DeRozan is he was third team All NBA in 2017. He's a 5-time All-Star, 2-time second team All NBA. That's what he's done in his career so far.
That's it. So, not even one individual accolade, nothing. No assist leader, no scoring champion, no nothing, no finals appearance. And y'all think he's gonna make it to the Hall?
That's why I say I don't know what the
criteria. I think he might. Well,
he
you also
has a lot of basketball to play.
I think
also got to factor
popularity, man.
He ain't got a lot of basketball. You also got to factor in he was playing in the LeBron era, so he ain't getting past LeBron.
That's cool, but it's a lot of niggas that play with LeBron. They gonna move to the Hall.
But during his real prime years with the Raptors, it was LeBron. And he not getting past LeBron. LeBron went to the finals 8 straight times. He not doing that.
But he can only play LeBron one time in the playoffs. What about all the other stuff?
Darius, he did, and we just talked about that. He said, but LeBron by himself, he said, bruh, they got LeBron, we don't. That's how we lost.
Listen, I understand what I'm saying in that instance. It's like, bruh, everybody knew Jordan was gonna win. Charles Barkley still won MVP. Karl Malone still went into the Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute.
One of those guys.
Right. And I'll give you an example. Reggie Miller didn't go to the finals until Jordan left. You see what I'm saying? So you kind of confuse
Reggie
him in
Miller
the same
was
light.
also at one point considered the best shooter in the league.
Yeah, in basketball.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Again, I say it's popularity based, bro. It seems like it's popularity based.
You taking DeMar DeRozan over Reggie Miller?
No.
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 Reggie Miller is 6'8", bro. You ain't doing that. Like he's a legit like 6'8", 6'9", something like that. You ain't doing that. DeMar DeRozan is for real 6'6", is a. Oh, and Brianna, he ain't, like I said, he ain't got a lot of basketball left because it's 33.
How old is he?
The downside of the prime
years. He got another couple of years. He got time.
I don't know.
I don't know how he changes the perception of what people feel about DeMar DeRozan.
Listen, Reggie Miller is a 5-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA, third team.
All-NBA, okay.
He's on the
just like DeMar.
Okay. So he got 3. Basically, you just lump them all together. He 3-time All-NBA. Basically, you can lump it all together. Okay. And that's pretty much it.
Hey, he got like 9 points in 7 seconds or 7 points in 7. Whatever he did when he choked them dudes out and he did the thing that made him super popular. Like Reggie has moments.
Big shot Reggie, bro.
Like, you can point to moments that
I feel you. But y'all just flat out set up there and just
for Reggie Miller.
Ain't no y'all. I told you DeMar DeRozan is not as popular. It seems like to go to the Hall, you got to be slightly popular. Like you have to be popular at some point, bro. Like they have to have thought about you. They never said DeMar DeRozan was the best anything. Really he was the best 2-point shooter. He's the best 2-point shooter in the NBA. Is what they said about DeMar DeRozan because he don't shoot threes ever.
For the most part, yeah. He's not a. Well, hold on now. Let me see something here. I'm gonna go to their overall career stats as far as like points per game and shit. As far as their whole careers. I gotta be fair, man. Gotta be fair.
Okay, let it go.
Here's what I'm saying, man. When it comes,
it's a good comparison, whether y'all like that shit or not, because y'all think about moments.
This is what I want.
People view players. It ain't the numbers. Numbers matter, but it ain't how they put them dudes in the Hall in the NBA appearance.
All right, I'm gonna ask y'all one more.
He averaged 21 to Reggie's 18.
Reggie played for like 18 years though.
DeMar ain't quit. I'm just saying it's fair.
Don't Reggie got like an 18-year career or something like that, bro? Or Reggie 20 years?
He played for a long time.
Reggie played for a long time, bro.
Yeah, he did. Let me see.
Those back years are never kind to the dude scoring, bro. Them last years never kind to your score.
DeMar DeRozan, I got another one. So what about somebody like Kyle Lowry?
No.
Nah.
I think so.
Mr. Intangibles rarely get into the league, into the Hall, bro.
Ain't nobody checked it from my.
That's more intangibles than balling.
Think so?
He was never balling, bro. He just was a solid point guard.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson.
I think you gotta get.
He might go because he was a splash.
Is he getting in the Hall?
Yeah, Klay.
Oh yeah, that's not even a thought.
Yeah, you gotta get Klay prop.
First ballot. He getting in the Hall.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if it's gonna be first ballot, but he definitely gonna get in.
It's gonna be first ballot.
If Klay and Steph retire together, they're gonna put them dudes in together. If they don't, they ain't
first ballot.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What you don't know? He was one of the top defenders in the NBA, period, point blank.
At one point.
He was
the best. Yes, at one point, yes, because I mean now, obviously, injuries. Then on top of that, he's one of the best, probably the second best shooter in the game, period.
True that. He probably had the second best.
And he got chips.
He had some good moves. He didn't have some good moments.
And he got moments. He got chips. I
say they probably put him in because Klay had a lot of records. He has a lot of like crazy games. He did play with Golden State. He's a part of an era of a thing that changed basketball. He's one of the reasons that it was changed. So if you look at it from the way they look at everything, Clay's probably going to go in. It'll probably be Steph and Clay off that Warrior team. Draymond, he might get in on seventh ballot Hall of Fame. Like they wouldn't put Draymond in 1, 2, 3 or nothing like that. Like that wouldn't happen. Because they don't respect tangible stuff that you can't count. Like you can't necessarily put on a stat sheet. It's hard to see. Everybody knows they wouldn't have won without Draymond, but it's hard to. But he did win Defensive Player of the Year, so he might go because he got numbers that like
multiple times
are similar to Ben Wallace numbers. Maybe not the rebounding is not as strong.
None of that shit if Dwight don't get in.
No, I don't think they're gonna. They're not. I don't think they're gonna put. You said Dwight?
Yeah.
No
way I'm putting in Draymond and I'm not putting in Dwight.
I could see that.
You said Dwight ain't going to the Hall? Is that what you said?
No, I said there's no way I'm putting Draymond if Dwight don't make it.
Oh yeah, I will put me personally, I will put Dwight in first.
First ballot.
First ballot.
Y'all got 4 years to find out. Because he ain't gonna play another game in the NBA. That's dead. He playing in Turkey now. Because you got like 4 years to find out. Dwight Howard,
nigga, averaging like 25, 17, and goddamn 9 blocks. Some crazy shit.
He should be averaging that in Turkey, bro, or Slovenia, wherever he is, like that. He should be
going crazy overseas.
Sean, talking to us. You on mute, cuz?
He talking to
he on the game.
He on the game. Talking away. Okay.
But yeah, just for information, the most points Reggie Miller averaged in his career was 24 points.
Let it go, Chris. Let it go.
I'm just saying.
You
Martin average is 27.
You feel the same way about Reggie Miller that you do about DeMar DeRozan?
No.
Because even when Reggie lost, did Reggie say, hey, they had Jordan? He would say the black cat this and that black cat sucks and that dude is this. But he's like, they was always like Jordan can eat a dick when they was playing.
That's fair. But he also called Jordan Black Jesus. And he said they had Black Jesus. There was no way we was beating him. And DeMar basically said the same thing. Like, they got LeBron. We don't.
Perception matters. You don't view DeMar DeRozan the same way you viewed Reggie Miller. They just don't look at them as the same character.
I will be honest with you, because the reason why I don't view him that way is because Reggie has played in bigger games and come up bigger in those moments.
Those are the ones that's the ones that people remember, man. That's the stuff that gets you in the Hall.
I get what you're saying, but I think this young man is definitely going to get into the Hall of Fame. I think he's going to get into the Hall, man. I think DeMar's going to get into the Hall.
I'm not saying they won't put it in.
I think he's going to get in.
I just don't know what the criteria is for the Hall, bro. I literally
I'm not really sure as far as like on the NBA.
So Blair, just in your opinion, do you think he should get in?
No.
Let me think about it. DeMar DeRozan.
He's not a bad defender.
I don't have nothing for him, bro. Like I don't.
What is he doing?
I don't have no memories of DeMar DeRozan being that dude, man. Like I just don't.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that gives me cause to pause is like what you said. Like, do you think he was ever the best at his position at a certain point? And
I believe he was top 5 at some point.
I believe he was definitely top 5 for a nice while. But does that
I don't even know what a nice
wow
was, because like I feel like positions change and the shooting guard position changed at some point, and it ain't been what Jordan was. Like it kind of changed into something else, and then scoring kind of shifted to small forwards. I don't know.
And then with the whole Reggie Miller thing, I feel like even with you like DeMar DeRozan averaging 3 more points a game, they scoring 20, 25 more points a game average than they was back there. So I take that into account because I know we do
they shoot more threes now.
Yeah, remember we said that with football. Like you know,
Stats is about to look nuts, bro. Like,
so yeah, shoot, 1,700, 1,800 yards receiving might be normal in a little bit.
I still think that'll be tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to do.
Because like they
I don't know.
Trying to
I'm about to say Wissam didn't break Calvin Johnson's record either, did he?
No.
He came
he needed like almost 200 yards over like.
He finished with 18 and some change.
He did. But the next closest dude to him,
good enough.
Yeah.
But it also puts that record up on a different level. Like, bro, you had an extra game and you couldn't do it, which lets you know
that
how
record was hard, bro.
But
those type of records,
why he was who he was.
Somebody is gonna break that record. Somebody's gonna.
At least Justin Jefferson got a Dalvin Cook and an Adam Thielen still getting the ball on his team. This nigga Calvin Johnson was literally the only nigga, bro. Like it was drop back 5, throw it to Calvin Johnson, bro. Like it was crazy. He still had to go catch him though. This shit was crazy.
Facts.
And it took him a minute to beat, what was it, Jerry Rice record or something like that? But like that record was real. What Jerry Rice was legit. It's crazy, man. Some of them records is hard. 2,000 rushing yards. I don't care how many games they give you in the season. It's hard to do.
That's a lot. That's a lot of rushing.
It's just hard to do, bro. Like some numbers are just hard to get. I don't care how many games you got, because you still got to be good in those games to get them. And Justin Jefferson had like what? 2 or 3 200 yards. He had like 2 or 3 200-yard games this year.
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
Just crazy. You need crazy numbers to be there, man. Like the numbers is wild.
Yeah, but thank y'all for watching. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all the viewers. Continue to share the video, y'all. Share the video and comment down below. Just like Darius was asking, are these dudes Hall of Famers? How do they compare against each other? Who knows? But we out, y'all. Deuce.
Peace.
Peace.